So guys, I've been wanting to get a serious heavy-duty charger for quite a long time. EV Peak contacted my channel and said, we would like you to show our charger on your channel. They know I do a lot of FPV racing, quads, airplanes, everything. Now my previous history with chargers is that I basically use 4-button chargers, single ones, and basically I own 2. You really don't know what you're missing until you try a charger like this. Now let's just put the box aside. I can tell you that it comes very well packed. I don't really need to go over the package contents here. You do get a very well put together instruction manual, and if you guys are familiar with the 4-button chargers, this is going to be easy as cake for you guys. Now it is quite programmable, as you might think. There's a huge programming guide here. You can set the charge time, you can set the end voltage. There are temperature warnings and timers, and there's a ton of things in this charger. So let me just bring this over to us real quick. So this is what the actual charger looks like. First things to point out is that it is a 400-watt charger, and you do not need to use a external power source for it to power it. It basically has its own power supply right inside the housing here. So 4 times 100, so that makes it 400. So each station has 100 watts of power going to it. That means you can charge your batteries at 10 amps maximum. To get a couple things out of the way here, we'll just check the size on it. It's about 9.5 inches wide, a little bit less. 7.5 inches deep, 2 inches tall, maybe about 2.5 inches on this side. Yeah, 2 inches this side, 2.5 inches on that side. And let's just get a look around the charger here. That's what the front looks like. The left side here has a switch for 110 volts and 220. A nice feature that most 4-button chargers doesn't have is a on-off switch. It's nice that I don't have to unplug it when I don't want to use it. I just flip it off. Here is the terminal for the first station here, terminal number 1. And it has a balance board and a XT60 lead on it. Now, this charger did not typically come with an XT60 lead. It normally comes with T-plugs, and I asked them from the manufacturer if they could switch this out to XT60s, which they did. I believe that's going to be an option for this charger going forward in the future. Nobody uses T-plugs these days for mini quad racing, which is where they're kind of gearing this one to, so you can charge a lot of batteries at one time. Now, here's the other side. We have both of our fans. We have some temperature gauges here that you can input to, and there's also this lead right here which can input DC power from 11 to 18 volts. So let's say if you have a car battery that you want to power this on, you can take this to the field and you can do car charging. Got a couple of different fans here. Here's station number 4 and station number 2 here. Your positive and negative leads here. The back here basically has a large heat sink to help keep it cool. Okay guys, there's a lot to love about this charger because you can charge LiPo batteries, lithium ion, nickel metal hydride, PB batteries, there's pretty much everything. Now you can run a parallel balance board on any of the channels here so that you can charge 6 mini quad batteries at the same time if you wish, but this is not included. This is something that I have. So let's just go through the different type of batteries that this charger can charge. So we have LiPo battery, of course, lithium ion, Li-Fi batteries, lithium high volt, which is I also run high volt batteries as well, so this is perfect for me. Nickel metal hydride, of course, NiCad batteries, and this is car batteries like lead batteries. Alright guys, so I just wanted to point out this is the extra information display here. We have a nickel metal hydride sensitivity, NiCad sensitivity, end voltage, which you can set your end voltage. You can view the individual cell voltage. You can set the capacity cutoff, a safety timer, the external temperature, and in-power voltage. It'll show that as well. So this is your balance lead, and the one thing I wish that they had done differently is maybe made this plastic white, because it's very hard to see the tabs on here. I mean, you get used to it very easily. You know that the surface facing towards the charger is the one that has the little teeth here that go in there, but It's a little hard to see initially, but you get very used to it, like I said. Another thing that I didn't mention before, this does charge up to 6S batteries. And here we go. I'm just going to hook the battery leads up here, red to red, black to black. It's as simple as that. Okay guys, let's go ahead and plug in this 1.3 amp hour Nanotech battery here. You'll see that I have this on lithium ion right now, so let's change the battery type. So let's go through here. Let's go to LiPo battery. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. We'll hit start. And it says 2S right now. We're going to plug this in here. And you'll see immediately when you plug it in, it switches to 3S. So that is a really interesting feature. The cool thing about this is when you set your milliamp hours of the capacity of your cells, it automatically sets your amp rating to 1C. So let's go ahead and hit start here. So it says 3S. Hit it one more time, and we're going to pull this down to 1.3 or 1300 milliamp. So with 1300 milliamp, and look, it already sets your amp rating to 1.3, which is 1C. Now if you want to change that, you hit this again. Let's say I always charge at 2C, so I'm going to go to 2.6. So you can hit start, and we hit start again to start the charge. And you can hear the fans start up immediately. It always keeps the charger nice and cool. Now if I want, there's some additional information on these two buttons. So if I want to see the individual cell voltage of each cell, we're going to push this button right here, the increase button. You can see I'm at 3.83, 3.60, and 3.82. So this is not a very well balanced battery. So I'll probably restart this and put this on the balanced charge feature. Now let's hit this other button here. It'll tell me what my ending voltage should be, and this is all programmable as well, so you can change the defaults. End voltage, capacity cutoff is going to be at 1300 milliamp. Safety timer for 240 minutes in case there's some sort of error going on. A temperature cutoff, external temperature, input voltage, what the current input voltage is, and back to the main screen again. One other thing I didn't mention, I don't think, is that this charger has the ability to do lithium high volt batteries as well. So that is a fantastic feature that my other 4-button chargers did not have. Here is a really cool thing I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to hit battery type again. So if I go over here to digital power, what does that mean? That means that you can use this charger to power any electronic device that you want between 3 volts and 24 volts. Really, really cool. So that is really awesome. Let me show you guys one other feature that I found as a highlight. When you go to user set, if you go to this thing, this is called pre-charge time. And what this is for is in case you have a battery that you have over discharged, a LiPo battery that you've over discharged, you can put it on a pre-charge time for whatever parameters to do a pre-charge to help bring that battery back up to voltage so you can take it onto a normal charge cycle through the LiPo charger. So guys, I can't say enough good about this charger. I've been using it all for the last 2 weeks. It is fantastic. I couldn't ask for anything more in a charger. You can use it with AC power, and it has its own power supply, up to 400 watts, 100 watts on each channel. You can run DC input from 11 to 18 volts. It does lithium high volt, does charge, discharge, storage charge, and all these fantastic other features. I probably didn't even touch on most of the features that I should. So guys, check out this charger at evpeak.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you very much to EVPeak for sending this to me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.